Hello everybody and welcome back to the Awesomenauts Rumble Championship Cup Top 8 bracket. There! That is a list of things I have to say every single time. Nice one, Nikki. I'm Edster, and joining me here is... And I didn't turn off the audio from the stream. That's wonderful. Anyway, I'm Edster, and joining me I have Nikki casting, and we're going to be going into the second game between Team Rocket and AKIO.
Yeah, you want to say anything about the team, like a little backstory about AKIO, for example?
Yeah, AKIO, I think they're one of probably the longest lasting team with the same lineup that exists at the moment. They've been around since Awesomenauts competitive, really. You probably have more history playing them than I do. What do you think of Team AKIO?
They're one of the most well-coordinated teams in the tournament, I think. Yeah, they're really great to watch, I think. They're from Japan, I think. And yeah, they're great players individually and as a team. I think they're very aggressive, and you can see that in the draft and in the game.
Yep, definitely. And Team Rocket, they're fairly new to the competitive scene, but they have some sort of experienced names sort of on the pub scene. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't think they played that many tournaments before. They're new, but they do have great players on that team, I think. Just inexperienced, but we'll see how they perform.
Yeah, I mean, an inexperienced team with the right amount of coordination can definitely take out one of the top teams. So we shall see. In terms of the leaderboard stage, these teams finished at the bottom, I believe. I think these were 7th and 8th. Yeah, Team Rocket finishing 7th with 4 points, and AKIO finishing 8th also with 4 points. But they played Rocket played more top 4 teams, so they got the thing, but they ended up playing each other at the same stage anyway. But yeah, this is the losers bracket, so whichever team loses this game is knocked out of the tournament, and the winner keeps going with that hope of winning still very much available to them. But yeah, what do you think of these drafts?
I think comp-wise, I'm liking both teams actually. AKIO going with their signature Choo-Choo Frog combo. Yeah, they've been using that a lot. It's not surprising to see that. They're very happy to play Frog all the time. You know, in Japan, they don't call Faust the Typhoon for no reason. You know, so I'm glad to see that again. And yeah, as for Team Rocket, you know, you got the Isla pick. That's a bit surprising, the Isla. But yeah, Stewie gonna be playing Ted. I think it's his main, I believe, and yeah, both teams got a really strong comp. I'm gonna have to give it to AKIO because of their experience with the comp, but I'm excited to see how it's gonna turn out in the game.
Yeah, I mean, having Max and Ted on Ag, I really like Ted on Ag. I think it's one of his best maps, and then Max on Ag is really good as well because you've got the angles for the lasers to land pretty consistently. So, but yeah, I think we'll have to see. I think
another interesting thing is, well, it's kind of obvious, but AKIO tends to just ban Frog counters. They don't seem to care about their teammates' counters, but so they're just banning Swiggins and Clunk because it's definitely strong against Frog. I think that's their strategy here. Yep.
Well, I think that's just about everything we need to say about the draft. I am ready to go when you are.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, we will go on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And the teams are off. Katobi playing the Chucho, going to make it into mid and get the invis first. There's a dash coming out in Frog straight away. You can already see that aggression. There's a swap. Sticky bomb landing.
Kieran already dead.
Going in.
It's that, yeah, that's that aggression I was talking about. They're so coordinated. It's happening.
I mean, getting a kill before the first minute is pretty rare in competitive games, so very well played from AKIO. And again, using that shoot shot to get some push. S-Strike's going to kill the bike, which is a bit unfortunate, but again, not going to matter too much. They're ready to go. What do you think of the builds?
Well, Faust, for example, he bought Arbe first item. That's pretty interesting. Oh, Stewie gonna pull down here, I think. Yeah. Another kill for Chucho.
Yeah, this is a really good start for Chucho, and Chucho's piggybacked actually into piercing a one stage and the Chameleon Burst, which is really nice for the early game, I feel. And again,
Yeah,
you were mentioning
definitely...
about Arbe on Fells. I mean, it works against all three members. It works against everything Max does, everything Ted does apart from Airstrike. And it works against the Evil Eye, which is really nice.
True.
Fells can just get straight in the face of the red team, pop NATO, and just hope for the best, really.
It's a good upgrade. I still wouldn't have gotten it. I think there's other options for Frog that are better, especially in the early game. Like, they're gonna expect Arbe now. They're gonna save stun, stim, and everything. Oh, Issue might actually go down again.
Yeah,
but Ketobi also.
Yeah, he does manage to go down, but Shun now looking in a bad spot. He's not quite going to go down.
A little bit of an overextension there. Stewie might take some damage too.
I think he's going to be okay. There's a dash going to land, but Ted can defend this just fine. Again, AKIO just really controlling the pace of the game, being super, super aggressive. It's not often you get team fights so fast you can't really tell what's going on.
Yeah, they definitely they get a lot of the early game aggression. They got 4 kills already. They're gonna be looking to maybe even win this game quickly. But yeah, red team's got the ability to slow the game down. If they do that, then I think they still got a very good shot with Frog and then the Chucho falling off in the late game. I think they could definitely have this if they slow it down. No dash missing there.
Esper going to come out. It is going to kill. Yeah, that's a 1-for-1 there. Ted and Chucho trading there. Ayla now in a bit of a bad spot. There's the Frog dash going to land. Ninja Worm's going to land. Not quite enough to kill Ayla. But again, like this, Fal's Frog is being extremely aggressive and just always in the enemy side of the map, just looking for something. Like the fight is happening on one side of the map, and then Fals comes in and cleans up the people who run away.
Well, Fals is also really confident on Frog, so he knows his limits, I think, and that's really what's giving them that huge pressure.
And picking up one stage of that cooldown clock as well, it's going to be really nice for Frog. Just lets him be even more kind of aggressive, and it feels sort of arrogant when you're dealing with it because he's just disrespecting you so much, but he knows that he's got dash ready before you're ready to deal with him. Yeah,
definitely an annoying upgrade there to get, but also not surprising. Everybody gets it, I think.
Yeah, we're seeing range being picked up by the X. I really like this item because it just lets 6 build. Here comes a swap. There's the Frog dash going to land, but the slow bubble from the Max is going to be enough to slow down the combo. Make sure Ted gets out there. Fal's in a bit of a bad spot. Quite low HP. He's going to die to Stewie. It's 1-for-1 at the moment. Chun very low. Stewie maybe gonna.
Oh, okay.
You know what? There is a bit of ping between these two teams. They're landing on both members of the blue side there, picking up the X and damaging the Chucho. But yeah, overall, I think I went in favor of red side pretty decisively.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, Stu's been playing really well, and I think most of the time he gets kills, it's a 1-for-1, but he actually managed to survive, and we really saw what's going to happen. Actually, Firan getting a kill here.
Yep, that was quite nice.
They should play aggressive here. They don't have the Frog, and they can really get a lot of this.
I mean, Stewie is half HP, Isho's also half HP, so they're being a bit timid. I mean, it's fine, they did sort of lose the early game hard, so it's understandable why they'd be a bit scared. Stick bomb being used. Ayla looking for something. Evil Eye is going to whiff. And now Ted, not in a great spot. There's the dash. Here comes the NATO.
Bread and butter of AKIO.
Yeah, that's really well played from Fals. Or it might have been his teammates just coordinating to Fals, hey, this guy, dash him, and then he just comes. And he dies. Race stun being picked up by the Frog. Again, allowing Frog to just be really aggressive into the enemy jungle, pick up a creep and turn a fight around instantly.
Yeah, it might be worth calling out, just playing only around the Frog in this game. Might do them well, the red team.
Yeah. Here comes a counter initiation from the red team. They're looking for something.
He seems to be the only one that's really winning them these fights, the Frog.
Dash is going to hit. There's the NATO hitting as well. Stewie not able to hit him because otherwise he'll just get RB'd. Stewie now going to go down to Ketobi. Really well played from the Chucho there. I think AKIO are just really showing their experience at the moment. They're finding pickoffs where the sort of the inexperience from Team Rocket is kind of leaving them in positions where they are overextending.
Yeah,
you could argue that inexperience of dealing with the ping because the frog has dashed you before you can see him, but it's something that teams have to deal with. It's not that bad, but you have to run away from frog before you see him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it would be fine. I think it's more them dying when they're on the complete opposite plane. So
yeah.
Oh, it's sure getting dashed. Not gonna hit, but a lot of damage.
I think the dash did hit. He just got dashed into a health back there, so that was some fortunate timing. Yeah. Oh, very nice dash from Fouls there. Gonna be enough to kill Stewie with the sticky bomb securing the kill. And now Ayla's low. Arbe not gun. It does reflect the eye, but it doesn't hit the Ayla. That would have been an amazing kill if Fouls had got that.
Wasn't able to quite catch that.
Looks like Chucho gonna pick up this tower. Yep. And first tower going in favor of AKIO.
Yeah, it's to be expected. If both teams are even, I think blue team comes out on top in the early.
Definitely. This could be bad for red side. There's the frog dash coming in. NATO there. Nice knockback from the Chucho bike there.
Yeah, it's
going to be a 1-for-1. Now, yep, still a 1-for-1.
We think the dash
anyway.
Would have been a double. Faust actually might die now. Yeah, he did. So from what would have been a double of 2-for-0, they actually got a 2-for-1, the enemy team.
Oh, Isho almost dying to a super droid there. That was pretty close.
Yeah, who's hosting the game?
I think it's probably the Japan team that's hosting when we saw that airstrike from Stewie. It's hard to tell though, but yeah. I mean, we saw kind of the danger of playing Frog like Fals is doing, which is if he's caught out with nothing, he can just kind of get chased down by the DPS of the Ayla and the Ted and the Max pretty easily. So he needs to make sure that when he dashes in, he is hitting something or getting away.
Yeah, what I would do is let the Ayla just be annoying in the front and letting him dash the Ayla. And what I usually do is just being annoying with Ayla, and then your teammates, if he does dash you, your teammates can mostly kill the Frog. It's a good strategy. I think what's happening is that Frog always gets dashes when they're alone. And that's what's losing them these fights.
Yeah, I'm really liking the aggression coming out from AKIO though. It's refreshing to see.
Yeah, it's they're definitely one of the most aggressive teams in the tournament.
It's paying off for them at the moment. They're 10 kills up to 8. The XP is fairly even. Solar, I believe, is also fairly even, but yeah, I don't actually know. AKIO are quite far ahead. The Chucho has almost 500 more solar than everyone else, with the Frog and the X being even, so Chucho's been getting a lot of farm this game.
Yeah, I would argue that, oh, it's an unfortunate swap there, killing Kern.
Yeah.
I would argue that if red team stay in this, then they might win the game. They do have the potential to stall in the back turrets, which is what Aguilon's about nowadays.
Almost taking a lot of damage from Ted there. Stewie very low. He's just going to have to defend with Tedris, which is something Ted can do pretty freely. Oh my, he almost got dashed by Frog there. That was closer than he would have liked, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of the builds, it's all fairly standard builds. Pull and A, though, we're seeing cooldown eye as well. What can you tell me about like the combination of cooldown eye with pull? Like, what does that do for Ayla?
It's nice because you can pre-fire an eye. You can like just what I do is clear droids, hit the last droid with an eye. You don't have to hit anything, but just do it, and then in the next fight you have to double pull ready. After 5 seconds.
Double pull it kind of turns Ayla into like a snare almost. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like a double Leon tongue.
Yeah, it's really nice for Ayla.
There's a lot of possibilities they can do.
Yeah,
see, AKIO is like they're 2 versus 3 and they're still going in because they're so confident. It's really nice to see, and they're actually getting 2 kills off of it, 2v3.
Yeah, and I mean that's worth it definitely because now it's a 2v1 with Isho defending, Isho sneaking in to get that solo there. Nice.
I'm not sure if that's worth it. I mean he's gonna
might
die for it.
Nah, I think he's okay.
Nah, he's okay.
He is gonna get stuck, but other than that, he's fine. Now AKIO just pushing, using that bike. Again, this is something you don't see that many teams doing. It's just pushing droids without, no, pushing towers without having droids.
Oh, it's very good bubble by the issue. Might get a kill. Yeah, good off-screen rage there. That was sick.
Yeah. Nice dash from Frog there, cancelling the S-rate damage. In terms of builds, we're also seeing Salt Miner being picked up by the X. That's the damage on the Refract. Just adding them that extra burst, allowing X to really get in there and do damage. Stewie now maybe getting a bit too confident.
Yeah, I think they're actually gonna both die. Yeah.
Or yeah, well played from Chen there, getting a nice easy double.
Yeah,
Team Rocket just getting a bit.
There, in my opinion.
Yeah. Team Rocket just getting a bit too greedy with that tower.
Yeah, not all is lost. I think they're gonna get bottom, but I think it's all about the back turrets on Icon. You can't really say anybody's lost the game until the back turrets are done.
Yeah, I was seeing Chucho pick up an item which I really like, but I don't see that many people playing, and that's the damage that the bike does. It really lets it brawl, and it makes the bike an actual threat. And obviously, it's increasing his tower DPS as well. Overall, it's I really like it as an item, but I wonder why I don't see that many Chuchos picking it up.
Yeah, I wonder too. I've been saying it as well, but I don't see anyone using it. But I can see it, you know, swap into like a bike. He's gonna deposit his bike, or however you say.
That's
yeah,
just
it's
like
a lot of damage.
Brutal team fighting there.
Yeah, but Stewie getting the nice pickup.
Yeah, Stewie's been good doing some nice work, like finding the pickups, because it is one thing that an aggressive team does, is they commit a lot. And if you're in a position to do damage to them once they've sort of bunched up and have no abilities, it's and you know, if you're playing a character like Ted and Ayla, then you can definitely do it. I mean, if the fights are going to go really well if Team Rocket can start surviving the initiates from AKIO, but at the moment they've just been so, you know, brutally fast and well executed. It's hard for them to do that. I think this top tower is finally going to go down now.
Oh wow, nice knockback.
Okay, the tower does die, but Stewie's going to go down. Isho's probably going to go down. Ayla's already down.
Yeah, it's a white.
A white
pipe?
It is indeed a white pipe.
Wow.
Red team being wiped out, and this is going to be a tower. This may even be game, honestly. Maybe not right now, because there is a super droid there, but it's certainly base damage. Yep, and AKIO, they have the confidence, they're going to go for it. Or are they? Never mind.
Yeah, what red team can do though is, you know, X and Chucho, once they go in, they have used everything. They cannot get out, as opposed to Frog. So, you know, Stewie has been doing it, but I wish all of them didn't bunch up like that and were playing a little more defensively, so that they can get these return kills on the X. He does die easily to a Ted. Not issue, yeah, going down again.
Yeah, this could be a good fight for Red still though. They got an Ayla and a Ted chasing, but they're just not going to connect the damage.
Yeah, I think
this might be game. If Stewie gets dashed here, it's definitely game. The dash is going to whiff. That was pretty close, but...
Oh! Imagine that. Imagine
that would have been nice.
He knocked that droid with the bomb onto the Ted.
That would have been amazing. I've never even thought of doing that. Anyway, that is going to be game 1 going the way of AKIO. Very, very commanding play. Very well played from AKIO, just showing that aggression and using it really effectively.
Yeah, just mostly Team Rocket not having the patience to stall it out quite, but teamfight-wise, definitely hard to play against Frog. You definitely have to have more experience against it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and AKIO really playing well.
It wasn't just the game plan that AKIO had. It was the execution. Like they were landing almost every single dash, almost every single swap and refract. You know, I don't think there was one time where they swapped and it was a mistake to swap. You know, it was really, really well played from AKIO. And yeah,
it's because they're always there
in the next game.
So confident. It's really nice.
Anyway, we will take a quick 2-minute break and we will get back to you with game 2 of Team Rocket versus AKIO.
So can you give me mod?
And hello everybody, welcome back to the Awesomenauts Rumble. Last time we just saw Game 1 of Team Rocket versus AKIO, going decisively towards Team AKIO. Very aggressive play, very fun to watch. And I guess we've got Game 2 to worry about now. So, Nikki, what kind of drafts do we have?
We got a Skull Frog combo with Jimmy against AKIO's Swiggins Deadlift Coco. What do you think matchup-wise for Skulder, for example?
For Skulder, this looks pretty nice. I mean, Skulder's matchup against Swiggins is more or less okay, especially if Skulder gets ahead. Deadlift, kind of the same thing. Coco, it's a bit iffy because you can get knockback pulled, but I mean, if you can land a throw, the Coco's still probably going to die. So I think the Skulder, especially on this map, he's got quite a nice matchup here.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Especially Skulder throw into the Frog as well. Frog's going to have a hard time, I think, getting in alone, but if he has the Skulder and Jimmy in front of him, I think it's going to be quite easy for him as well.
Yeah, I think last time we saw AKIO using Frog as kind of the initiator, the one going in, whereas this time I think it's going to be the Skulder and the Lux initiating, and the Frog just sitting in the back finishing people off.
It is rough, I think, for for a Skulder to really get in the early game, I think. So I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. I think it could go either way, but it's rough. It's rough to say, I think.
Yeah. It's sort of towards a late game. Which comp do you think is more favored?
Well, definitely the red team. I think apart from Coco, all of blue team falls off late game, and Team Rocket's got Skulder. You know, the matchup gets better and better the later it gets.
Yep,
but it just comes down to the early game.
Okay.
If AKIO plays well in the early game, they got it. Else, I think Team Rocket just wins.
Okay. Well, with that said, I think we can find out if that is going to happen. I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Okay, we will go on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit.
Okay, we will go back to 38 seconds. Are you ready now, Mr. Tournament Organizer? Okay, we will go on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And they are off, both teams making their way to the middle of the map. See if this is going to be a first fight. Coco taking the long way. Looks like Firen's going to go back and get danger pins. So if AKIO see this, they could go really aggressive for a first 2v3 fight.
Are there any upgrades you think that, early game upgrades that surprise you here?
I mean, like seeing range piercing on Frog kind of surprises me. I mean, the CC immunity on Swiggins is nice, just because dealing with the throw.
Sean actually going down young as well.
Yeah, it's a one for one.
It gives us no time to talk about builds.
I know, it's just rude, really, honestly.
Also,
double barrier mag on deadlift. It's not really an unusual build, but for deadlift, because it takes advantage of the shield. I mean, if deadlift's taking less damage, his shield is going to be better. So it's interesting to see, though. Deadlift doing a lot of damage to the Skulder there, just sort of positioning his AAs really well.
Yeah. AKIO really needs to make this early game work, I think. It's going to be so rough to do anything, I think, against all three of a red team, actually. Yeah,
do you think they should be sort of disrespecting the like the Skulder and just hooking in regardless?
That's exactly what I'm saying. They should be completely whooping his ass.
Well, just looks like they're trying that now. Looks like Firen's taking a lot of damage. Skulder also taking a lot of damage. Frog kind of half, but he's okay. And yeah, the blue side, they have control of the map at the moment, but I do kind of agree with you. They need to be getting a bit more of this. They need to be really, really going in and trying to find kills in the early game.
They're giving the Solar to John, actually, the Coco. I think that's going to do them well.
Well, yeah, I mean, as you said, the Coco is kind of the only one that scales into late game, so it makes sense to get Coco there first.
Yeah, I agree. I would actually say that it would be better to give it to the Swiggins. Actually, Chung going down here.
Young well. Also going down, so it's still a 1 for 1.
Very placed, well-placed face hook.
Nice throw into fouls. Is he going to get away though? The bouncer just keeping the Skulder away from that there. But yeah, it looks like the fights at the moment, they've been quite even, which I don't know. It seems to be okay, but both times the Coco's gone down instead of the Swiggins or the deadlift. Is the replay lagging for you?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's all right now. Slow A being picked up on the Coco. That's a bit unusual.
Yeah, I've actually never seen anyone get that up until this point. I would actually go. I would see slow Blaze actually doing a lot of work. I'm not sure about the hands.
I mean, it seems to be doing a decent job in this fight just now, but no kills secured.
Yeah. It's just a bit strange because Coco can't really go AA range with any of them except for Scolder. So yeah, I mean, John knows better than me.
And as well, it seems like the DPS, you know, they're not really going for a DPS, they're going for burst. Oh, nice charge coming out from Firen onto the Coco and the Swiggins. Coco now quite low, being shielded there. Is the ball going to land? The ball is not going to land. And now Katobi, bit of a bad spot, but he gets charged, but not really into the tower. It doesn't stick. It's quite hard to actually stick charges when people are moving vertically and there's ping involved, so that might not be as much of a factor as some people are fearing.
Oh, so he's getting initiated on. Are they going to go for this?
I think they're going to try with the ball. The ball is going to miss. Foul's going to go down. Coco looking for something, but just... yeah.
I feel like AKIO's game plan is always to just burst people down immediately, and then they're not used to not doing that. You know, so once they don't get a kill, they kind of, you know, start losing fights left and right.
Yeah. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage on the bottom tower now. Just Katobi just defending that. It's not quite down yet. All three members of Red's side now going back. Which is something you see quite a lot of, which is all three members of a team going back at the same time. I mean, you only really see it when a team's ahead, but like, what do you think of that? Are they not giving away too much map control to do that?
I'm gonna have to apologize, I wasn't really paying attention to it.
It's fine, there's a team fight happening now, we can just move on. Luck's being very low. Shani's going to get picked off yet again. Firen is going to manage to leap onto the Lux to find that. Katobi's going to find the Scolder as well. Now it's just Frog alive. Going to try and get out of there. AA is landing from the deadlift. Really nicely placed.
Some really good tracking there by Katobi. Not enough though. Yeah, you saw Stewie whiff the throw to get out, and I mean, I think he would have died anyway. But Scolder is just, you know, he's having a rough time if you don't land every throw to get away with that speed boost.
Okay, Firen just baiting stuff out there, cancelling missiles and charging out, making sure he stays safe.
I would actually like to see Katobi. I know he does it, but usually, but I would actually like to see him use the stun, the stun upgrade on AA.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know this you can stun people after your launch, I believe.
Okay, Firen is going to go down. Nicely placed ball from Coco there. And a nice tether as well. Stun punch is landing onto fouls, stopping him from really doing anything. I mean, the red team, they may be down a player, but they're still putting work in these fights.
I don't think they should be, because... oh, yeah.
Nice throw from Stewie there. I mean, they could have maybe got a kill, but he definitely would have died if he didn't throw him the other way, so...
yeah. I don't think they should be cocky on the back foot, you know, because they can't really push. I would say that blue team kind of has struggle pushing, even if they get a kill or two. So definitely you should just be behind turrets when somebody falls.
Yeah. Oh, Stewie being hooked. Tendon over land.
Oh, he didn't whip. He gets warmed.
Okay, Frog's now going down to Katobi. Like that's a really good fight for AKIO. That's kind of the thing they needed. They needed it sort of in the first 2 minutes of the game rather than 7.5 minutes into the game, but I think they like it nonetheless. A decent amount of push now. Not a fan of how the replay kind of lags tower damage, but that tower is almost dead. Oh,
this is really good for red team. They should keep working forward.
Earthquake not quite able to land. Skolder looking for something. That's
okay,
an interesting hook right there.
It's a very well placed hook by Faz.
Yep. They're unable to get a counter kill onto Katobi though, so still a 1-for-1. Like, most of these fights have been kind of 1-for-1s, with only a couple of fights going in the way of AKIO.
Oh, that's a double throw, that's pretty good. Sean's gonna go down, maybe Faz as well. Nah.
It's a nice hook. And that CC immunity as well. Yeah, he's gonna be able to get away from that. Nice escape from Faz there. Slow dash being picked up by the frog. What do you think of that?
I think it's annoying, to say the least. A good upgrade here though, especially against Swiggins. I think Swiggins having trouble, you know, walking out, particularly of their team. I don't think it's gonna do much to the Coco, but yeah, the Swiggins mostly is gonna be really annoying to do anything. It's also good to slow dash people and makes it really easy for the Skolder to follow up with a stun punch.
Yeah,
so yeah, good upgrade here.
Also, speaking of more slow, it looks like the Coco's picking up Slow Blaze.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Could be quite a good item. And
I like that, but I do think that Chun should opt for, you know, Barrier Mag and Pills. Because Coco's one of the few squishy characters that can actually get those two upgrades. I mean, get that upgrade, Barrier Mag. So I think he should make more use of that. Okay, Toby actually going down, really well played by Stewie.
I mean, Chun has been the one dying in almost every single fight so far.
Yeah, exactly.
5 of the 8 kills that they have.
He's going for this close range. He died again. He's going for these close range upgrades, you know, like hands and slow blaze. He has to get in for them to work. And I feel like you really need the health, the tankiness to back that up. So,
yeah.
unfortunate.
Well, now, Team Rocket are taking the lead on kills. They're now 9 kills up to 8. And I think they're looking to be a bit more confident now. Like, we're seeing Rocket sort of pushing onto the enemy side of the map, actually looking for throws and stuff. That's a nice throw, beautiful dash follow-up. That was a really well...
through the shield.
Wait, actually, is Deadlift dead?
Yeah, he is.
Deadlift is dead. Deadlift is dead. Nice, nice throw there from Stewie.
Yeah, nice cross-screen throw.
And then they're going to get fouls as well.
That's that slow dash I was talking about. Swiggins can't reach the platform.
Oh, and a throw on Chun as well. The momentum here is insane. There's a dash. Yeah. That's a wipe.
They're playing so well, Team Rocket. I'm really proud to see it.
Like, this is Stewie's Skolder is just doing work. He's just going in and he's connected throws, like 3 or 4 of them in the last, like on cooldown as well. He's doing a really good drop in.
They got like 6 throws or so too.
Oh, there's a throw onto Katobi. He's dead.
That might actually be game.
Whiffs.
Like, yeah, I think that's game.
This is so much momentum. Like, that tower's going to go down. There's a hook from Swiggins, but it's not going to do that much. Like, with the lifesteal coming out on...
another double
there's
throw.
Another double throw.
It's just not stopping.
This is a massacre. Oh.
His team's... He charged away the droids.
Yeah. He has 1 stage of heal punch as well. He would have lived. So, that's a bit unfortunate there. But, again, yeah, like, that pushing base... Like, I don't... Is this going to be game right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is. Coco only just now dropped, but they're all 3 here. Yeah.
I think they'll just walk in and get it whenever they want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is fine. They don't need to win it now. They can win it whenever they like, really. All it takes is Skolder leaking past and the game's over. Speaking of, I was about to say, speaking of which, he's doing it now, but. Yeah, like if 2 of them start a team fight and the other one charges, Lux is going now. Right. So's Deadlift, Frog. It's over.
I would have bought speed on charge and just bounce pad into charge. That was actually really well played by Team Rocket.
Yeah, that was
deserved that win.
That was incredible, really. They were, I think, they were down on kills at one point. I think 8-7 or 8-6, and then they finished 15-9. So that's a really nice turnaround. Well, not even turnaround, they weren't really that far behind, but they were just, when they started going ahead, they really went ahead and just snowballed out of control.
They got a lot of that 1 wipe or double, whatever it was.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of that was definitely down to Stewie's Skolder, like finding those throws there.
Stewie won them the game there.
That was really well played. Anyway, that's 2 pretty decisive wins, 1 for each team. So we will have to see which team wins and comes out on top. In Game 3, the loser is going to be knocked out of the tournament forever. So we shall see. We'll be back after a 2-minute break with Game 3. And hello everybody, welcome back to the Awesomenauts Rumble Championship Cup Top 8 bracket. We're in the losers bracket, round 1, with AKIO versus Team Rocket. We've just witnessed Game 1 and 2. Game 1 going decisively towards AKIO with their aggressive play, and Game 2 going towards Team Rocket with some really, really well executed coordination, especially around the Skulder moving into the mid game. Anyway, Game 3, it's Ribbit. Nikki, what do you think?
I think, yeah. They're being picked up by AKIO. Actually, and they actually let Rocket through. Oh,
no,
they didn't. No, they didn't. Never mind. I'm sorry. It's kind of weird to see AKIO didn't first pick Frog this time. It seemed to have won them the game. game 1. So I'm surprised they didn't pick it up, but Ted definitely also another comfort pick for Fouls. So that's probably what they're going for, the Ribbit Ted.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps on Ribbit they're not quite as confident with Frog, because it is a bit of a harder map to get the angles on, so...
I don't know about that, actually, but I'm sure Fouls has his reasoning. He probably just likes Ted on Ribbit. I do think that they have all the tools necessary to deal with Ted, though. Like, all 3 of them kind of can do something against Ted of Team Rocket here, so...
Definitely.
Coco also having a rough matchup here. I'm really interested to see.
Yeah, I definitely think AKIO is kind of lacking that ability to just go in that they've had in the previous 2 games. You know, last time they had the Swiggins, game before that they had Frog and Chucho, obviously, to just sort of get in the face of the enemy team. Whereas this time, it seems to have a bit more of a defensive comp. Whereas Rocket,
I'm not sure,
apart from the railing, it's a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, mostly they don't have the tools to deal with the Jimmy, I think. I can see that.
Yeah.
Everything else, though, could be decided by just execution.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine like knockback balls, stun strikes, swaps dealing with the Jimmy pretty well, but with all the combined DPS of the Ray and the Chucho there behind him, it's going to be difficult for AKIO to come out ahead. But then again, I mean, AKIO's comp is definitely quite bursty. They've got that combo potential with the swap into airstrike and ball, so they have the ability to win, both teams, definitely. Well, I think that's just about everything for the draft. Okay, we will get into the game. Okay, we will go on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gonna see if blue team goes in immediately like they have done in the past. Actually, a lot of poke on Coco, but the top 50 being always there. I've actually never seen Stewie play the railing before.
Yeah,
let's see how it goes.
Can I just get a check of what time you're at?
110, 111, 112.
Okay.
A lot of damage on the X here. It's actually gonna go down, and a good sniper coming out.
Yeah, that was well played.
Something I'm actually impressed a little. Not that I wouldn't have done it, but getting the kill and then using the snipe to disengage to not to make the head unable to get a counter kill. Something I like to do a lot.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, at the moment, the game it's fairly even. Only 1 kill going in favor. I mean, it's sort of standard early game stuff, really. One team gets a kill, one team backs off, one team gets control. I mean, there's nothing really that significant happening until a few minutes into the game.
Yeah, something I can definitely see though is that blue team will just poke them down slowly, as opposed to winning fights straight up. And I think that's the only way that the red team can really lose here. I think because in fights they definitely got the advantage. So.
What do you think about the Raze build, height rift into HC1?
It's a really good build, I think. A lot of people do that. I personally don't, but a lot of people go height rift early on this map. It does cover a lot of the chimney. So yeah, I mean it's a good build. I would use something similar, and it's not really unusual, I think.
Oh, central for a swap here.
It's really good against Ted.
Yeah, quite low. He's going to get away because he's got the creeps and refract as well, obviously. But yeah, that fight. Yeah. I'd say that fight went more in favor of red side.
Yeah, for sure. John keeps having to refract the
that was damage. Beautiful. There, a rift and then charging lock. That was really nice. It looks like Solobos is going to be starting to be taken by red side, and they're going to get it now. Yep, Chun not quite able to steal it.
I do feel like Chun is always zoned out by the sticky, so he has to use refract, and then his teammates just get initiated on. I think he needs to be more on the front and not, play as defensively with this character.
Yeah, definitely.
See the Chuchu bomb coming out, and they keep backing off.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to be aggressive though, because if you are too aggressive into this comp, you do just get either charged or sticky bombed or rifted or something like that.
For sure. I'm not saying that. It's just that the fights are mostly 2v3 because Chunk keeps getting poked.
Yeah. Nice airstrike landing. Gonna hit Fear there. Now Foul's being zoned out a bit. There's a DPS in the rift. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's a really good rift. Katobi also going down here. Yeah, there's an amazing rift there. Foul's getting caught up by that.
Yeah, Rocket, they're just using the DPS to their advantage. They're really placing that rift and they're just hitting everything on the person who's in it really, really effectively.
Yeah, Chuchu Raiden, something I haven't thought of before, but it seems like the DPS is just so much. It's just overpowering the TED, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Sticky bomb just being poked on bottom just to zone, really. There's a knockback ball landing on Fearon, but they're not. Like, the coordination from AKIO, because of all the zoning that Rocket has, they're not really... Like, yeah, knockback ball lands, but then AKIO is so zoned out they can't really do anything with it.
Yeah, it's what I think about Ribbit. Like, I've said this in the setup of KO against Yudo the Map before. It's more like... It's just really hard to play together on the back foot. And again, like... Team Rocket getting a double again, really easily.
Yeah. One of the kills was pretty funny actually. It was, I think it was, the Ted was stuck and the Ted walked into the Coco and it killed the Coco. So,
yeah.
Bit unfortunate coordination there. We're seeing piggy banks coming out on AKIO. Like, what do you think about teams sort of, I wouldn't say panic piggy banking, but trying to use piggy bank as a comeback tool?
It's not a waste at all. I think it's a great idea, but I'm not sure if it's enough. You know, they think that they're not going to last until the late game, so they have to do something now. They have to change something. But yeah, if you see the game going like heavily in one team's favor, it might be worth picking. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, just that extra item could definitely save you. I mean, in this case, DX getting all the movement, but the movement's not going to save him there. He's going to go down to the just combined DPS ball again.
Yeah, Paz as well. Just not enough to deal with the Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what it comes down to.
They're playing really well at the moment. They are just zoning, they're brawling, they're doing everything really well.
Poking them down, yeah.
Oh, nice solo bus steal. Almost a kill onto Yog as well. Well played from Kasobi there.
But four droids, nothing to do.
Nice swap onto Stewie. Yeah, Stewie's gonna die here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this Coco pick item. It seems like they have the comp necessary to deal with like just what they have, I think, AKIO. I kind of like that. Like, they're zoning out these single characters, and in fights, when it comes down to it, then they can't deal with the Jimmy because they're always half HP, or always 2v3. It's definitely rough for Coco.
Fair in the bad spot now. Airstrike is going to hit him, but he's going to be able to charge away.
Everything hit him, and he's half.
Yeah. Like, they really need to hit him with all the abilities and also a bunch of AAs, but to get into AA range, they're going to risk dying to
I think they just rely on
or something.
They rely on killing the Chuchu and getting swaps on the Raylan, I think.
Pretty big fight happening now. Stewie sniping, it's going to whiff. Shun doing a lot of damage to Stewie, but
not managing to get a ball on anyone. Might have been a kill or two for the blue side. But Foz might go down.
Oh yeah, he is going to go down. I didn't actually see he's picked up 2 stages of sticky bomb damage now, so that's definitely great for picking up kills.
What do you think of like Raylan and Chuchu's push? Look, they don't have droids and they're just tanking with bike and droids.
It's really, really nice, because like one of the problems I feel Chuchu has when you're just tanking with a bike is that like you're kind of forced to get onto the bike a few seconds later, and it can make you very predictable. But with the Ray droid there, you can stick the droid there and then just stick the bike there and get on whatever you want, really.
Yeah, it seems like it's really working well for them. Might have to utilize that strategy in our future games. That is actually sick. Haven't considered that.
Fairly standard builds coming out from most players. Pretty big fight going on here. Sticky bomb is going to whip him, but he's going to get
in on the Jimmy and just not finding it. Jimmy, yeah, I don't think there's much that AKIO can do. It's almost impossible to come back from this, I think.
Yeah, they're really far behind. And when you're dealing with, it's not quite melee characters versus ranged characters, but it's that similar kind of idea of, the blue side have to go in, the red side can just push.
I would like to have seen red team be more aggressive here. They could have either sandwiched John here and killed him, or just straight up go base, I think. But they did. Instead, they just went for solar boss. They didn't get any damage on the turret on the bottom.
Well, I mean, they are now 3 levels ahead, which is something worth noting.
Yeah, but that's like exactly why I would have been more aggressive. Something
that's true.
Wrong, I think.
I mean, I can't actually think of a team that's come back from a 3 level disadvantage in comp. I mean, it probably has happened. I just can't think of it. It definitely is tough to come back from. Sean going to go down here to Lux, and then the red side, they're just looking. Stewie doing a great job of chasing down fouls there. Almost enough to kill him with the missiles, but not quite enough. I think red side, they're going to go base now.
Stewie, not the best Rift management there. He just uses Rift for the HC bomb. Could have probably killed fouls if he just saved it for 2 seconds and Rifted him instead. But what are you going to do? Just a minor mistake.
Yeah, Stewie's in a bad spot here.
Ball nice sticky bomb, actually. Yeah, it seems to be a win for Team Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket, they're just pushing bottom now. Just securing the win, really. They have so much DPS. Like, they're just able to push a turret completely for free. Almost no, AKIO aren't doing anything to stop them, really.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to the comp. Jimmy getting too much on the poke, as I've said before.
Well, it looks like AKIO are trying for something, but when you're having to use Bond to get away, and you've got a Chucho chasing you now, not a good sign. Sticky Bomb not going to land, but it's going to do enough to...
It's a zoning sticky.
And Firim just taking the base, because he can. There's a charge coming out. Fowl's in a bad spot now. Stewie is going to go down to the cockable, but Fowl's is going to go down, and now it's a 2v2. They have got the Bond. Firim's quite low, actually. He is going to go down, but Yong is on the base with 2 droids and a super coming in. I think he still will die, but I mean, unless he gets a nice play here.
Oh, no.
I'm going to refract that, but I mean, the droid taking the base is probably going to take it. Oh no, no, it's not.
What? Oh, it's a dot of the sticky.
Wow.
It lasted for so long.
I mean, there's still 2 droids in the base, but again, this is kind of like game 2. Rocket can just kind of come in, destroy it whenever they want, really.
Yeah, he doesn't have the testicles to backdoor, it seems, but he's looking for it, I think.
I mean, for AKIO to win this, which they're not going to do, it would take, 3 or 4 perfect wipes. It's not going to happen. It's over. And that means Team AKIO have just been knocked out of the tournament, and Team Rocket are moving on to lose round 2.
Yeah, very well played by Rocket, I think. And the picks and bans just turning out in favor.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with you. I'm not sure what AKIO were thinking behind the Ted first pick. A lot of the games they've won have come down to...
I think it was more the Coco. I think it was just the Coco losing than the game war. Not saying that, but just Coco not doing anything there.
And in terms of the draft, I suppose they could have picked Frog there, but then Fowls is the Ted player, right? I don't think they have another Ted or Frog.
I think Katori plays...
Katori does do Ted, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh well, perhaps something they can learn from the draft there, but do you have anything else to add to this game, Nicky?
No, not at all.
Right, well, I think that's just about wrapping up the series between AKIO and Team Rocket. We will be back after a short break, bringing you the next match of the Awesomenauts Rumble Championship Cup.
Yep.